Swimming for Hazlet in lane 5, we also have Doug Blumstrom, Kenny Christa, Jason Waver, and Paul Florio.
Middletown seems to have taken the lead at this point.
These 7- and 8-year-old boys are giving it all they have to pull this race out. All right, Middletown has that one.
Middletown victory for the 8 and under boys relay, medley relay.
Next is the 9 and 10-year-old girls. Are they?
It's 9 and 10, what, medley relay?
Yeah, girls.
9 and 10, right? The next event, a 9 and 10-year-old girls medley relay. That's back, breast.
Back, breast, butter, and free.
It's back, breast, butter, and free.
Swimming for Middletown in the 10 and under medley relay for the girls. Backstroke, Tracy Fay. Breast, Amy Chavalati. Butterfly, Christine Wilkins. Freestyle, Jennifer Schaefer in lane 4.
Swimming for Hazlet. Doing back, we have Bridget Monahan. Breast, Kim Bartolomeo. Butter, Michelle Strumala. And freestyle, Christine Burns. Also swimming in lane 5 for Hazlet, we have Siobhan Hickey, Charisma Shrum, Tara McCann, and Marianne Duva.
At this point, Hazlet seems to have the lead.
Boy, she looks fantastic on it, isn't she?
Yeah. She has a nice breaststroke. That's one of her better strokes,
Kim Bartolomeo.
This is Michelle Strumala doing the butter for Hazlet. It's a very difficult stroke and a very tiring stroke for most of these kids, especially at this age group.
And Christine Wilkins from Middletown.
Christine Burns has just come in the water doing freestyle for Hazlet, which seems to be taking the lead. Woo. Very nice, Christine. Nice takeoff. All right.
Wow. Hazlet has taken a first place in the girls 10 and under medley relays. Good swim, girls. Middletown has second.
Nine, 10 boys, many of them.
The next event is 9 and 10-year-old boys medley relay. There'll be one lap of back, breast, what is it, back, breast, and butter and free. Swimmers into the water, please.
Swimming for Middletown in lane 4 in the 10 and under 100-yard medley relay for boys. Backstroke, John Zappala. Breast, Joe Bianco. Butterfly, Mike McConnell. Freestyle, Mark Mitterando.
Swimming for Hazlet in the 9, 10-year-old boys. Doing back, we have Matthew Waver. Doing breast, Michael Zamara. Doing butter, Matty Fiorio. And freestyle, Victor Stewart. This time it's very close for these two boys doing the breaststroke. It seems like Michael Zamara has an inch of a lead. He's pulling it out. He is taking the lead here. Nice, Michael. Very good.
These boys are swimming very hard. It's going to be close.
This is getting close. Victor Stewart seems to have the inch of a lead. Very nice.
Very nice swim,
Hazlet took
boys.
first place on that one also. Very nice.
Very good swimming from both teams. Swimming from Middletown in the next event, which will be the 12 and under 100-yard medley relay race. Girls, backstroke Jamie Zappala, breaststroke Jody Armstrong, butterfly Krista McCauley, and freestyle Colleen Egan.
For Hazlet on the 11-12-year-old girls,
It's 12 and under, 100-yard medley relay. Swimmers into the water, be back, breast, butter, and free.
swimming for Hazlet in this event, we have Susie Tester doing back, Kate Horan doing breast, Mary Stewart doing butter, and freestyle is Michelle Montana.
Also swimming for Middletown, we have Deirdre McManus, Kathy Hickey, Maura McManus, and Eileen McManus. Very close at this point. Hazlet has a slight lead. He's starting the butterfly lap now. Hazlet off the blocks first.
As you can see, this butterfly stroke takes a great deal of strength and a great endurance on the part of all of these swimmers, whether it be a boy or a girl of any age group.
And in a
Middletown took that one.
It appears to be a Middletown victory. 12 and under medley relay for the girls. The next event is the 12 and under 100-yard medley relay for boys. Swimming from Middletown in lane 4, backstroke Eric Fricker, breaststroke Gregory Younger, butterfly Kurt Fricker, freestyle Tom Cruzy.
Yeah.
The next event is boys 12 and under, medley relay, 100 yards. Swimmers into the water, be back, breast, butter, and free. Quiet on the side, please.
Swimming for Hazlet in this event, Michael Monahan on backstroke, Greg Wilson on breast, Maddie Florio on butter, and Michael Stewart on freestyle. Good luck, boys.
Michael Monahan swimming back. He's doing very good. Michael's been on our team for 3 years now
That's right.
and swims all year at the Y.
No, thank you.
It appears to be a Middletown victory for the 12 and under medley relay for boys. Next event is the 14 and under 100-yard medley relay for girls. Swimming for Middletown in lane 4, backstroke Lorraine Minar, breaststroke Kelly Ryan, butterfly Jeannie Freibaum, freestyle Carolyn Cook.
14 under.
Right.
Next event is 14 and under for girls. 100 yard medley relay. 25 yards
Swimming for Hazlet in this event, doing backstroke, we have Ruth Ann Pearson. Doing breast, Tracy Stromala. Doing butter, we have Renee Staff. And doing freestyle, we have Janine Norton.
Very close at this point in the race. Hazlet seems to have a very slight edge at this point. Extremely close race at this time.
Neck and neck.
Middletown seems to have pulled out in the lead at this point, but it's still anyone's race.
You can see Janine Norton is trying to catch up to the Middletown. She's giving it all she has, but it seems to be Middletown's race here.
Next event is the 14 and under 100-yard medley relay for boys. Swimming for Middletown in lane 4, backstroke Mark McConnell, breaststroke Jeff Weinberg, butterfly Marcus Fricker, freestyle Mike Jampol.
13 looking boys.
Next event is 14 and under 100-yard medley relay. Back, breast, butter, and free. Swimmers into the water, please.
Swimming for Hazlet in this event, we have Michael Yakubics doing back, Paul Vanderstar doing breast, Robbie Blumstrom doing butter, and Brian McCarthy doing freestyle.
And the start is gun. Hazlet taking a slight lead at this point. Mike Yakubics doing a super job for Hazlet. Robbie Blumstrom swimming breast. Very smooth stroke in the water, but very tiring.
Robbie is taking the lead at this point. There's been a change, evidently. It's Matty Florio, who swims with the 10 and 11, 12-year-old boys, who's swimming up in age in this room. He has a very, very strong butter stroke, if you'll notice.
It's anyone's race at this point.
Brian McCarthy is right now pulling it out here. It's coming in very close. This is Brian's first year with Hazlet.
Very close. Very close.
Hazlet has taken that one. All right. That was a very, very close. You'll notice that the older the boys and the kids get on this team, the closer the races get.
The next event will be the 17 and under 100-yard medley relay for boys and girls. As it's listed, it should be a mixed event. We'll have to check and see.
Sweetheart relays, is that what this is here? I have sweetheart relays, 15 to 17-year-olds.
What is this?
These are the, excuse me, these are the sweetheart relays.
Is this sweetheart relay?
The next event is 15 to 17-year-old 100-yard medley relay for girls. Swimmers into the water.
It's a sweetheart
Sorry,
relay.
sweetheart.
Sweetheart relays. Pardon us, we're a little mixed up here. Swimming for Hazlet, swimming for Middletown in lane 4, backstroke Cheryl Rath, breaststroke Chris Benedetto, butterfly Liz McConnell, and freestyle Joe Bell.
Swimming for Hazlet, we have Margie Rinkowski, Bob Coakley, Sandy Stewart, and Sean Bone. We also have Mike Ferrador doing back, breast Alicia Livingston, doing butter Mary Minkowski, and doing freestyle Alan Hickricks.
Margie Rinkowski's taking the lead for Hazlet, Rob Coakley in the water.
Bob Coakley is one of Hazlet's strongest swimmers. If you'll notice his breaststroke, how strong and how easy he seems to glide through this water.
Chris Benedetto swimming for Middletown, not far behind.
That's Sandy Stewart, who's doing the butter for Hazlet. Very strong butter coming up behind her from Middletown, if you'll notice. That's right. Here comes Sean Bone from Hazlet. Oh, it's a very close. Middletown is right on his heels.
Both boys doing a super job.
All right, that's a Hazlet. Very nice for Hazlet. Very good. This is an IM medley.
Individual medley girls.
12 number.
Yes.
Next event is for individually medley relay. What's that? 50 yard,
100 yard. It's
100 yard, what is it?
25 of each.
Oh, it's same thing, back breast, but
Right.
Well, no, it's not with my It's in a different order.
okay. Back,
So I don't even mention it. Swimming for Middletown in lane 4 will be, in lane 2, Krista McCauley, lane 4, Jody Armstrong, lane 6, Danielle Mitterando.
Swimming for Hazlet in lanes 3 and 5, we have Michelle Montana, Kim Bartolomeo, and Susie Testa.
We have a false start. The gun has misfired. Go up with the whistle. The girls are in the water. Very hard to fall from here. Each girl will do 25 yards of each stroke.
We're all dead?
Very tiring event for them.
I don't think you're supposed to pull it out. Oh, they weren't loaded?
Lanes 2 and 3, we have Krista McCauley and Kim Bartolomeo. Both are varsity swimmers at the YMCA in Red Bank in the winter. And they're both excellent swimmers.
Incidentally, in that 9 and 10-year-old girls, Kim Bartolomeo has swam 504 laps in a swimathon that Hazlet has had, and also Bob Coakley, who swam in the previous race, has also done 504 laps for the boys. That's some swimming.
I'm right here!
That's a Middletown victory on that one. Middletown.
The next event is the 12 and under 100-yard individual medley for boys. Swimming in lane 2 for Middletown, Gregory Younger. Lane 4, Eric Fricker. Lane 6, Tom Cruzy.
what is this one?
This ain't 15, 17 yet, is it?
Next event is boys 12 and under, individually medley relay.
Swimming for Hazlet in lanes 3 and 5, we had Evie Ubicki, Greg Wilson, and Maddie Florio. The boys are getting into position
They all have to come down together for the start.
on their start. Gun has gone off.
The
This is a very tiring medley. The boys have to do all 4 strokes.
Middletown seems to have the lead in lane 4. Would be Eric Fricker. He seems to have taken first. Second in lane 2, Gregory Younger.
Matty Florio is in lane 5, I believe, and he seems to have taken third.
The next event is the 17 and under 100-yard individual medley for girls. Swimming for Middletown in lane 2, Liz McConnell. Lane 4, Jeannie Freibaum. Lane 6, Valerie Rogers.
Swimming for Hazlet in this event, we have Tracy Stromolo, Mary Winkowski, and Sandy Stewart.
Still very close at the turn. Girls will be going into butter now.
Middletown at this point does have the lead during this breaststroke.
Liz McConnell in lane 2 has the lead at this time.
As you'll notice, the other girls behind Liz McConnell seem to be very, very close. This is the last one of the series of these strokes. It's freestyle. Middletown at this point does have the lead.
Middletown has first. Hazlet, Sandy Stewart second, and Middletown third. The next event is the 6 and under 25-yard freestyle for girls. Swimming for Middletown.
48 for Middletown and 40 for Hazlet.
41, 44?
What?
At this point, the score, Hazlet 44, Middletown 41.
I said 40. Middletown got 41, Hazlet got 40.
Oh.
40.
Excuse me, 41 Middletown, 40 Hazlet.
What's the next event?
17 and under individual medley for boys. Lane 2, Marcus Fricker. Lane 4, Jeff Weinberg. Lane 6, Andy Johnston from Middletown.
For Hazlet, we have Sean Rohn, Robbie Blumstrom, and Bob Coakley. Look at the strength of these boys. That's Bob Coakley in lane 5. I understand Bob's going to try go back to the Red Bank Y to swim varsity this year, hopefully to head for the Nationals. We all wish him good luck. Bob's a very, very well-liked member of the Hazlet swim team. He is also the captain of our team.
Finishing up the race, Rob Coakley first. Rob Bloomstrom second. And Sean Roan third. A clean sweep for Hazlet.
All right. All the way for Hazlet. That's what we like to see.
The next event is the 6 and under 25-yard freestyle for girls. Swimming in lane 4 for Middletown will be Lindsay Cantor.
Swimming in this event for the 5 and 6-year-old girls, we have Kathy Ann Rosetta, Melissa Frazier, and Trisha Pisana. Jumping off the blocks for these little girls is a real experience. It takes a lot of time to train these kids. A lot of them like to jump off the edge, but jumping from something of this height is a little frightening for these little kids. They go halfway, don't they?
These are the future swimmers.
I don't know whether they're shaking because they're cold or because they're nervous, either one.
Freestyle.
Hazlet is on 1, 3, and 5.
Middletown on lane 4. Judging from the screams in the crowd, the parents are more nervous than the girls.
That's possible.
Some of these girls could barely swim when they came to us 4 weeks ago, and they've really done a super job.
5 and 6-year-old girls, that's all they are. Look at them go.
A few of them haven't even started school yet. Got a first for Hazlet.
All right.
The rest is too close. Much too close to call for second and third. They all did a super job. The next event will be the 6 and under 25-yard freestyle for boys. Swimming from Middletown in lane 4, Johnny Fay, and lane 2, Thomas Wilkins.
6 and under 25-yard freestyle.
Right.
Next event is boys, 25-yard freestyle, 6 and under.
Swimming for Hazlet in this event, in lane 1 we have Brendan Whalen, in lane 3 Paul Florio, and in lane 5 Ricky Ronchetti. Paul Florio seems to be very close to the Middletown boy. A very slight edge. It's coming in. The parents are cheering. The crowds are screaming. It's so close.
I wouldn't even want to try and call this one.
Whoa, Paul Florio. All right. Very nice.
The next event is the 8 and under. A lot of cheering going on here. The 8 and under 25-yard freestyle for girls. Middletown has no entries.
For Hazlet in this event, in lane 1 we have Christine Manning, in lane 3 Joy Bartolomeo, and in lane 5 Jamie Stewart. Once again, these kids are going off with the whistle. And they're off. Very nice. If you'll notice how close all these girls seem to be. looks like Jamie Stewart is first, Joy Bartolomeo is second, and Christine Manning is third. Very nice race, girls.
What's the next event?
7 and 8-year-old boys, freestyle.
8 and under boys.
Next event is 7 and 8-year-old boys freestyle.
Swimming for Middletown in lane 2, Doug Schmiegel. Lane 4, Kevin McDermott. Lane 6, Justin Schaefer.
Swimming for Hazlet in this event, we have on lane 1, James Burns, on lane 3, Ryan Fulcher, and lane 5, and Ronnie Ronchetti. Robbie, excuse me.
This is Robbie's 3rd year on Hazlet's team. Doing a very good job. He started as a 6 and under. Very, very close. I think it was Hazlet's victory, but I couldn't swear to it.
Not from on this side. There you go.
Next event is the 10 and under 25-yard freestyle for girls. Swimming for Middletown in lane 2, Amy Chavalati. Lane 4, Christine Wilkins. Lane 6, Jennifer Schaefer.
Swimming for Hazlet in this event, we have Kim Bartolomeo, Christine Burns, and Bridget Monahan.
Bridget is also a swimmer at the Y in the winter. Very good stroke.
The tension with these girls standing up on this block is really another story. They're nervous enough to start with, but when they're on that block, they're just waiting for the gun to go off with the whistle, and the tension, it just builds, and then they have to wait. It just makes it a little bit more difficult for them. You have to make sure the timers are ready and the judges are ready, and then the gun will go off. Here we go. All right, and they're off. Hazlet has taken a first with Kim Bartolomeo. Second, it looks like with Christine Byrne. Bridget Monahan, I understand, looks like third, but it's hard to see from this end.
In which case, it's a clean sweep for Hazlet. Next event is the 10 and under 25-yard freestyle for boys. Swimming for Middletown, lane 2, John Zappola. Lane 4, Mike McConnell. Lane 6, Mark Minorando.
Swimming for Hazlet in this event, we have Matthew Waver on lane 1. Lane 3, we have Mark Florio. And in 5, we have Victor Stewart.
John Zappola is also a swimmer from the Y for the winter.
What is this event?
9-10 boys freestyle.
This is 9-10 boys freestyle.
It appears that Mark Florio has... Yes, Hazlet has first place with Mark Florio. Very good swim.
All right, very nice.
The rest were too close to call. The next event is the 12 and under 50-yard freestyle for girls. Lane 2 for Middletown, Katie Cruzy. Lane 4, Jody Armstrong. Lane 6, Colleen Egan.
Swimming for Hazlet in this event, we have Kate Horan on block 1. On block 3, we have Susie Tester. And on 5, we have Michelle Montana.
You have to wait for the timers to come around the other side of the pool. This is a 50-yard event.
Did you? Yes, you did.
At this point, it seems to be a Middletown lead.
Swimming for Middletown in lane 2 in this event will be Kurt Fricker, lane 4, Eric Fricker, lane 6, Matt King.
Swimming for Hazlet on block 1, we have Mike Stewart. On block 3, we have Greg Wilson. And on block 5, we have Mike Monahan. Timers and swimmers are ready, waiting for the start of the gun. There it is.
Middletown seems to be taking the lead. Mike Monahan is trying to pull off a second for Hazlet. Middletown has first and second.
Hazlet has the third.
Mike Monahan got third for Hazlet.
Swimming for Hazlet, we have Ruthie Ann Pearson and Tracy Strumala.
All the girls are pulling through the water.
That's
very,
Susie
very
Roan for Hazlet on lane 1. event, we have Eddie Ubicki, Brian McCarthy, and Michael Yakubics. That's Eddie Yakubics and Michael Yakubics on 1 and 5.
Michael Yakubics of Hazlet seems to have taken a strong lead. The next event is the 15, 17-year-old girls, 50-yard backstroke. Swimming for Middletown in lane 2 will be Valerie Rogers. In lane 4, Cheryl Rath.
What race is this? This event is 15 to 17-year-old girls, 50 yards backstroke. Swimmers in the water.
Which? What?
Swimming for Hazlet, we have Chris Triola, Margie Rinkowski, and Alicia Livingston. I don't know.
Yeah, they can tell me score, sure.
Girls are in position, ready. We're just waiting for the starter and timers.
Chris Triola seems to be holding her own here. She's coming out, her and Marge Rinkowski from Hazlet.
Blue is us. Couple of them went out fast.
At the turn, Marge Rinkowski and two Middletown swimmers very close. This one will be too close to call.
Alicia Livingston also seems to have second on this. Oh, all right. First and second for Hazlet. Very nice, girls.
The next event is the 15, 17-year-old boys 50-yard backstroke. Swimming for Middletown in lane 2, Troy Muller. In lane 4, Chris Benedetto.
Next event is 15 to 17-year-old boys, 50 yards backstroke. Swimmers in the water, please.
Swimming for Hazlet, we have Mike Ferrador in lane 3 and Bob Coakley in lane 5.
Bob?
You're swimming at 5.
How old is it?
Supposed to be. He's supposed to be swimming.
That's not him.
That's not Bob Coakley in 5. That's not. That's Mike Ferrador in 5. There's been a change that we haven't been notified of.
We have Sean Roan in lane 1.
That's
You go lane 3.
Sean Roan for Hazlet has taken the lead at this time.
See that?
Mike Ferrador racing for second for Hazlet. Middletown's coming up right at their heels.
It seems to be Sean who's pulling it out. All right. Very nice.
Sean Roan. The next event is going to be the 8 and under 25-yard breaststroke. Start off with the girls. In lane 2 will be Lindsay Cantor from Middletown. You have to wait for the timers to go to the other side of the pool.
Timers, please go to the other side of the pool.
Swimming for Hazlet, on the 7 and 8-year-old girls, we have Jamie Stewart, Joy Bartolomeo, and Sandy Duva.
I'll talk to you. Okay.
This event is 8 and under girls, 25 yards breaststroke. At this time, I'd like to thank Stork Cable TV for coming down to do this event. We have a lot of dedicated people here, and it's very nice to see that this program will be aired on TV. Thank you. I also like to thank Pat Monahan and Gene Samara, who's doing the color commentating for this event.
I've never done it before. Maybe Storer will give us a job now. Sure.
Well, ladies, what do you think of the race so far?
I think both teams are really, really swimming very, very good.
Well, Pat, as you said before, that sun is really shining now.
At 4 o'clock this afternoon, I really had my doubts whether we'd have a race at all, to be honest with you. The kids were so excited, I really would feel bad if they had to cancel a meet like this. I think besides building themselves up physically for a race, it's a lot of mental anticipation that go along with any meet that these kids swim, and I think they really deserve a lot of credit. They practice very hard. Both teams do, I'm sure. So they deserve a lot of credit, these kids.
Checking to see if the timers are ready.
More shots.
It's a very smooth stroke in the water. Joy Bartolomeo seems to have taken a very slight lead. See if she can widen it.
Very close between Joy and Middletown. It seems to be Joy's race. She does have a slight edge. That it is. It is Joy's race. Very nice, Joy.
The next event is the 8 and under 25-yard breaststroke for boys. Swimming from Middletown in lane 2, Justin Schaefer. Lane 4, Kevin McDermott. Lane 6, Doug Schmiegel.
It's gone, Pat. You gotta watch it.
This event is boys 8 and under, 25 yards. Breaststroke.
Swimming for Hazlet in this event, we have Kevin Christa, Robbie Ronchetti, and Ryan Fulcher.
Go without it.
It's ours now.
Is this ours? Seriously? I could use this out. Is it ours?
Time is ready.
What?
Once again, they're off with the whistle.
Robbie Ronchetti in lane 3, and Middletown's lane 2. Very close. This is too close to call from where we're sitting. Seems to be Middletown's win for first. The next event will be the 9 and 10-year-old girls 25-yard breaststroke. Swimming in lane 2 for Middletown, Amy Chavalati. Lane 4, Christine Wilkins. Lane 6, Jennifer Schaefer.
This event is 9 and 10-year-old girls. 50 yards. I'm sorry, 25 yards. Breaststroke.
Swimming for Hazlet, we have Charisma Shrum, Kim Bartolomeo, and Christine Byrne. Mary Ellen? Mary Ellen. Do me a favor. Tell her to push that cap back. She can even see her eyes. Look, she has a cap all the way down. See it? Next to Alicia. Kim Bartolomeo is taking the lead. Out of all the strokes that Kim does do, her breast, I would say, is one of her best. Very smooth stroke.
Very close to the state record. Or has the state record in breast.
Very nice. Once again, she has taken first for Hazlet.
Hazlet has a clean sweep.
First, second,
and third.
Christine Burns is second. Very nice.
Prisma Shrum third. The next event is the 9 and 10-year-old 25-yard backstroke for boys. Swimming for Middletown, lane 2, John Zappala, lane 4, Mike McConnell, lane 6, Joe Bianco.
The next event is 9 and 10-year-old boys, 25 yards, breaststroke.
Swimming for Hazlet, we have Matthew Waver, Mark Florio, and Michael Zamara.
I never thought I needed glasses tonight, but I'm glad I brought them.
And they're off once again. Matthew Waver is doing very well. We have Michael Zamara, who's doing excellent coming up. Very, very close from this side.
A first and a second for
Very
Hazlet.
nice.
Mark
Very
Florio and Mike Zamara. The next event is the 11 and 12-year-old 50-yard backstroke for girls. Swimming for Middletown, in lane 2, Jamie Zappala, lane 4, Lynn Wilkins, and lane 6, Jennifer Johnston.
Tommy, please come on the side.
50 breast.
50-yard breaststroke, 11 and 12-year-old boys.
Swimming for Hazlet, we have Michelle Montana, Mary Stewart, and Kate Horan.
Gene, while the time is coming around this side, I'd just like to mention a few things about our pool. For anybody that's watching this here broadcast, you're welcome to come into Hazlet. We have an Olympic-sized pool here that is really beautiful. We have a diving tank that has 3 diving boards and it's 12 feet deep. We also have a large pool for children that are 10 and under. And then we have a baby pool that has a sprinkler system that works in there. We have 4 beautiful tennis courts, 2 shade areas, and a beautiful snack bar. Whenever you feel warm and you want to take a swim, please come down to Hazlet.
What if they black that one out?
Plug the pool.
No, thank you.
No, I said I want a pool. I want an intermission. I can't really get it.
Now, Pat, once again, our swimmers look very strong out there.
They do a lot of practicing in the morning. The
Am I
practice
correct that they practice every morning?
goes from Monday to Friday, from 9 to 10:45.
Is there some exercises that they have to do also?
They do land exercise before they even get into the water. They do jumping jacks and sit-ups and jogging around the pool area just to get them ready for the water. Some mornings it's a little chilly. A couple of weeks ago, before the real warm heat wave that we had just came, it was quite cool here in the morning, so they got their body temperatures a little orientated before they started in the pool.
I think I'd like to thank all the parents from the swim team who have been very supportive in the efforts that's what's going on here.
It takes a lot of support, not only from the swim team themselves, but from the parents. Also from yourself, Mr. McCloskey, you have given the team a lot of support, and we do appreciate it.
Thank you very much, Pat.
Katie Horan really pulling through the water. She's been a swimmer on Hazlet's team now for 4 years. Michelle Montana, this is her first year. The next event is the 11 and 12-year-old boys 50-yard breaststroke. Swimming from Middletown in lane 2, John Tierney, lane 4, Kurt Fricker, lane 6, Tom Cruzy.
Swimming for Hazlet, we have Mike Stewart, Matt Florio, and Greg Wilson.
The next event is 11 and 12-year-old boys, 50 yards, breaststroke.
It's going to be a change in starters. John Moran.
At this time, we don't have a change in starters. Who's it going to be?
John Haran.
John Moran.
Right there. Coakley, pull the other end over. On the other side of the pole, pull it. Other side, other side. No, it doesn't go further. Peggy.
All right, John. Come on, John, go hard.
At this time, I'd like to thank Peggy Bartolomeo. She has just been replaced by John Haran as a starter. Peggy has done a very, very good job with our team. She is a great supporter. She has put a lot of effort, a lot of time into supplies that the team has needed, into a lot of team spirit. Peggy has always supported the team as far as their raffles went, as far as organizing things, buying things for the team. So Peggy deserves a lot of our credit and our thanks.
I agree, Pat.
Peggy, I'd like your assessment of what's going on right now. You've been so deeply involved with the swim team, and I know you have a lot of certificates with swimming. Can you please fill us in on what's going on?
Watch out.
I really think that this is a very good meet, one that I'm enjoying tremendously. It's very close, and I don't think we're going to be able to tell until the end who really wins this meet. I've seen both teams come from the bottom with good coaching and really improve their kids a lot. The kids are really psyched they're on. That's going to tell the story.
Thank you, Peggy.
Get down.
The next event is 13 to 14-year-old girls, 50 yards, breaststroke.
Swimming for Middletown in lane 2, Lorraine Menard, lane 4, Kelly Ryan, lane 6, Carolyn Cook.
11, 12-year-old, 13. Swimming for Hazlet. There they are, Renee Taff, Susie Roan, and Ruth Ann Pearson.
Susie.
These are
Daddy, get the milk away.
He's going to get on the way home.
First, second. Hey, another
Middletown seems to have a first and a second. I think Hazlet has a third on that one.
The next event is the 13 and 14-year-old boys 50-yard backstroke. Breaststroke. Lane 2, Jeff Weinberg. Lane 4, Marcus Fricker. Lane 6, Andy Johnston, all from Middletown.
Next event is 13 to 14-year-old boys, 50 yards, breaststroke.
Swimming for Hazlet, we have Brian McCarthy, Bobby Blumstrom, and Michael Yakubics.
Race has started. Very close between two of the Middletown boys and
That's Robbie Blumstrom. That's right. Robbie this year swam with Middletown North and did a tremendous job.
Peggy. Just for the table.
Robbie seems to be having the lead at this time. Yes, it is.
first for Hazlet and a second and third for Middletown. The The next event is the 15 to 17-year-old girls 50-yard breaststroke. Swimming for Middletown in lane 2, Valerie Rogers. Lane 4, Cheryl Rath. Lane 6, Liz McConnell.
Next event is 15 to 17-year-old girls, 50 yards, breaststroke.
Announce the names first.
Wait up, Mr. Durant.
15, 17 girls.
Swimming for Hazlet in this event, we have Margie Rinkowski, Sandy Stewart, and Alicia Livingston. The score at this point is Middletown 138 and Hazlet 204.
Mr. Haran. Sure. It's on. That's all right. 1 second over there.
Looks like a Middletown first. Second and third, too close to call. It's up to the judges. The next event is the 15 to 17-year-old girls 50-yard breaststroke. Swimming for Middletown in lane 2, Valerie Rogers. Lane 4, Cheryl Rath. Lane 6, Liz McConnell.
At this time, we have an update on the score. Middletown 138, Hazlet 204. What is this event? The next event is 15 to 17-year-old boys, 50 yards, breaststroke.
Excuse me, I announced the girls twice. This is the 15 to 17-year-old boys 50-yard breaststroke. Lane 2, Troy Muller. Lane 4, Chris Benedetto. Lane 6, Joe Bell from Middletown.
Swimming for Hazlet, we have Sean Roan and Mike Ferrador. Mike Ferrador is on 5.
Oh, they changed it again. I'll believe it.
There's been another change. On block 3, we have Rob Coakley. Yeah, he has some swimmer. Looks like Bob Coakley for Hazlet. And it is. Bob's got it first.
Looks like Middletown second and a Hazlet third. The next event will be butterfly, 25 yards, 8 and under girls. Middletown has no one entered in this race.
Time is on the other side, please.
Swimming for Hazlet in this event, we have Christine Manning in lane 1, Jamie Stewart in lane 3, and Sandy Duva in lane 5.
This is girls 8 and under, 25 yards, butterfly.
I'm sitting here loading a gun. I'm like, I'm up there. What are you saying?
Team, while we're waiting for the times to go on the other side, I'd just like to mention, were you down here the other day to witness the 504 laps that Bob Coakley and Kim Bartomeo had swam? What did it take, Rob, 5 hours, and it took Kim 5.5 hours to do this?
I think that's right, Butch. They were really super. I left them when they were around the 200 mark, and I was tired just watching them. The annual swim-a-thon that we have is a fundraiser for the kids, and it really turned out very well this year. And the record that was beaten by Kim and Robert was really fantastic.
Rob is only 15, right?
Yes, I believe so.
And Kim is 9 years old.
Kim is 9 years old, and she's a super swimmer.
Imagine that, 9 years old, swimming for 5.5 hours. Hazlet really has a future here with some of these here young swimmers that we have.
I think so, and what's good about it is a lot of them are starting to swim all year now down at the Y or different places, and the continuity that they'll bring to this swim team will really be good for the team.
Looking at some of these swimmers, I think we might have a future Olympic swimmers right here.
Oh, I hope so.
The fact, I'll have to start saving my plane fare. I don't know where it'll be at, but I know I'm going to have to fly down there to see it.
One thing that's nice about watching a swim meet like this is watching the young kids come up from all ages of 5 and 6 years old all the way to 17 years old, and watching them from year to year how they progressed, not only in their own strokes, but how they help the other teams and the other children under them. And it's really, it's a nice thing to watch.
Well, Pat, I have seen a tremendous difference already from the beginning of the season when they were just working out to their swim meets right now.
Now, Zariah Lee, who's their coach, has done a tremendous job with these kids. She really
Mary
has.
Ellen Horan also,
Yes.
our assistant
Both,
coach.
yes.
Very good.
I noticed there's a lot of self-confidence in our team.
That takes a lot of work.
Okay. 7 and 8-year-old boys?
8 and under, yeah.
This event is 8 and under, 25 yards, butterfly.
Swimming in lane 2, Doug Schmiegel. Lane 4, Kevin McDermott from Middletown.
Swimming for Hazlet, we have Paul Florio, Robbie Ronchetti, and Ryan Fulcher.
Robbie Ronchetti and Paul Florio and one boy from Middletown. I believe it's Kevin McDermott. It looks like it's going to be between them. Kevin McDermott from Middletown, Robbie Ronchetti, and Paul Florio. Paul is only 7, just turned 7, and he's really doing well this year.
This is 9 and 10-year-old girls.
Yeah.
25 yards. The next event is 9 and 10-year-old girls, 25 yards, butterfly.
Swimming for Middletown in the 9 to 10-year-old 25-yard butterfly for girls. Lane 2, Tracy Fay. Lane 4, Christine Wilkins. Lane 6, Chris Mascuza.
Can you announce the score? Do you know who's winning?
Hazlet.
I lost.
Enough.
Swimming for Hazlet in this event is Tara McCann in lane 1, Kim Bartolomeo in 3, and Michelle Strummeler in lane 5.
So it's a first for Hazlet, second for Middletown, and I believe a third for Hazlet.
Next event is 9 and 10-year-old boys, 25 yards, butterfly.
9 and 10-year-old boys, 25-yard butterfly. Swimming for Middletown in lane 2, John Zappala, and in lane 4, Mike McConnell.
Wait a second. Swimming for Hazlet in lane 1 we have Michael Zamara. In lane 3 we have Mark Florio, and in lane 5 we have Victor Stewart.
Kids, I have to race Mark 12 best in the state.
Movement there.
Very close between lanes 1, 2, and 3, and 4. Very, very close.
I see him going to the wall.
I'm not doing good.
Yeah.
Timers and judges, please be back on the start outside.
What age group are you?
Next event is the 11 and 12-year-old girls 50-yard butterfly. Lane 2 for Middletown, Danielle Mitterando. Lane 4, Krista McCauley. Lane 6, Jody Armstrong.
Mr. Rand, while we're waiting for the timers and judges to come on this side, can you give us a few comments on what you think so far and a little bit about your background? We already got it. You got to say. Just you're a little embarrassed about it. What? Just say something. The third meet? Oh, yes. Go ahead, the first thing.
This is the third meet of Hazlet, and I'm real excited about this. This team has produced some good swimmers over the years, some of which are swimming at universities at this time. My own background is I've been involved in swimming since about 1967. Officiated at AAU and Y meets, and even at the YMC Nationals at Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Okay, we'll get ready for the next event.
Swimming for Hazlet, in lane 1 we have Mary Stewart, in lane 3 we have Susie Tester, and in lane 5, Kate Horan, excuse me. That was very close. I think Middletown took a first, and I think Susie Tester was second for Hazlet on that one. We have to wait for a timer or a judge on there. Swimming for Hazlet, we have Paul Vanderstar in lane 1, Matt Florio in lane 3, and Michael Stewart in lane 5. There are 3 Florios. Maddie is in the 11 and 12 group, Mark is in the 9 and 10, and we just saw Paul swim. Paul has just turned 7. for Hazlet in this event, we have Michael Kubiks, Robbie Bumstrom, and Brian McCarthy. This is one very hard stroke, regardless of what age.
I tried to do it the other night with the kids, and I didn't come close to even looking like it, Pat.
Yeah, I understand you challenged me to a swim.
Yes, I did.
Well, I don't know. I better stay away from the pool.
Well, you beat Peggy Bartolomeo, and she beat me, so you have nothing to worry about.
Yeah, but I'm not a swimmer.
Neither are we.
All right, once again, Robbie Blumstrom has taken her first for Hazlet.
Next event is the 15 to 17-year-old girls 50-yard butterfly. Swimming in lane 2 for Middletown, Cheryl Rath, and in lane 4, Liz McConnell. Hazlet has a slight lead at this time. Jeff Weinberg of Middletown really pulling strong through the water.
Coming in for Hazlet will be Robbie Blumstrom. Watch this takeoff. Go, Rob.
Entering for Middletown, Mark McConnell.
Very nice, Robbie. Beautiful.
Hazlet won by a fingernail, I think you could say.
It was Rob Blumstrom's fingernail that did that one.
That was a beautiful swim.
Swimming for Middletown in lane 4, Joe Bell. Oh, excuse me, this is, unless I'm mistaken. These are sweetheart relays, mixed boys and girls. Swimming for Middletown, Joe Bell, Valerie Rogers, Chris Benedetto, and Liz McConnell.
Swimming for Hazlet, we have Sandy Stewart, Sean Roan, Mary Winkowski, and Bob Coakley. Also, Alan Herricks, Chris Triola, Elaine Strumala, and Mike Ferrador.
I got the lead. Huh? Yeah. I didn't put the other one on.
Hazlet has the edge at this point. Mary Winkowski coming in, doing a very nice job, Mary. Getting ready to come into the water with Hazlet will be Bob Coakley. Here he goes.
This is it?
Very nice. Amen.
We'll be awaiting the final score in a minute. On behalf of Joan Horan and Butch Pekarski, our pool director and pool commissioner, I would like to thank Stora Broadcasting for allowing us this chance to have the kids on TV.
The final score is Middletown 226 and Hazlet with the 316.